50,000 subscribers. That's like the entire country of Monaco subscribing to my YouTube channel, and then their grandmas on top of that. So in honor of reaching this insane milestone, I'm gonna be spinning the slot machine until we're broke. And I so happen to conveniently have exactly 50 quarters, so 1 quarter for every 1,000 subscribers. I've never bought a candle before. It's got a wooden wick and it sparkles, and just listen to this. That candle smells so good. My goal is to win 50 quarters back so that we spin the slot machine a total of 100 times. If we don't spin the slot machine 100 times, then I guess I just have to make another video. Oh no. This is the mountain of quarters that we're gonna be working with, and this is the good old famous antique slot machine. These are all the winnings that you can get, the lowest being a 2-quarter win, and the highest being a 20-quarter win. The jackpot is 3 of these. Boom, boom, boom. Bantam, bantam, bantam. Let's just jump straight into it. First quarter going in. And for the first couple of spins, I'll talk about the history of the slot machine, where it came from, how it works, and other common questions that I've had over the years while spinning this machine on social media. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So whenever I drop the quarter into the slot machine, there's a little lever in the back of the machine that pushes a plate back so that I'm allowed to pull the lever. Because if I try to pull the lever without a quarter being in that slot to move the little piece of metal, then I physically just can't move the lever. So if I try to pull it now with that one, it just kind of, it locks up. If I were to put 2 quarters in, say for example, I accidentally put in a second, say I accidentally put 2 quarters in, that second quarter will roll over here to the second slot, and there's a little finger hole that gets the quarter back out. And that was the machine's way of preventing itself from getting jammed, which I think is pretty brilliant, especially back in the day. I mean, like, just think about that. That was a 2-quarter win. We got a cherry, and because that wasn't either a lemon win or a bell win, that only gave us 2 quarters. But 2 quarters is 2 quarters. I can take this front plate off, which is a pretty common question that I get. Can I take this off? Can I get the quarters back? Yes, I can. And this tube is actually completely full of quarters. There's like 50 quarters in there. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes whenever you pull the machine. So if I pull the lever here slowly, you can watch a bunch of springs and pulleys start to work together. And that spins, that starts to move, some gears start to move. And then back in the back, I don't know if you can see it, but those 4 or 5 pins back there, that's what stops these little holes in the wheels back here. You can kind of see one right there. And the pins stop the wheels as it's spinning, and that's how it determines if there's a win or not. Because if the pin is able to push so far into the machine, then the machine knows that you got whatever the quarter win is. And whenever you do win, these get pushed into this little coin slot, and this coin slot is what holds the quarters and what deposits the winnings whenever you win something. So in a super short and not complicated way, that's kind of how the machine works. It's completely mechanical. There is no, oh, wow, that was not a win that I was expecting to get. Not too bad. But yeah, this machine, it's completely mechanical. There's not a wire in here. It's all springs and metal, and this thing is heavy too. This slot machine is approximately like 50 pounds, 55 pounds. I should actually weigh it sometime. I feel like that'd be kind of fun to do. It's just the machine on the floor because, in all honesty, putting it on a table kind of scares me. And I don't like doing that because if it were to get bumped or it falls, then I can't replace it. Another super common question I get is, how did I even get this thing? Where did this come from? And I'm gonna answer that for you after we see this glorious 4-quarter win. That's what I like to see. So I got this machine back in July of 2021, and that's when I made my first TikTok about it. And that TikTok blew up. I started a series of trying to get the jackpot every single day. That lasted for over 100 days. And that's where the popularity of this machine sparked from. But I got my machine back in July of 2021 when my grandpa called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, Andrew, you should come over and look at this cool thing I've got in my basement." I said, okay. And so I've always seen this machine in my grandpa's basement. I go down there, oh my God, 2 times in like 4 spins? That does not happen. No, hey, I'll take it. I won't complain. But anyway, I've seen this machine in my grandpa's basement for multiple times when I was younger. And another fun fact is my dad and my aunts would play with this machine all the time too. 12 quarters and 2 spins, by the way. Holy crap. And so they would spin this machine with my grandpa all the time. They never got the jackpot. They had never seen it before. But they did end up spinning it, which is kind of fun to think about. My dad spun this exact same machine that I am spinning right now. And so did my aunts when they were younger. The story goes that he called me, and then I drove over to his house. He showed me that he's got this slot machine. It's set up on just a little bar top that's in the basement. downstairs. And he's showing me this thing and describing to me how it works and everything. And he did some research and couldn't really find a whole lot about it. We're pretty sure this is a one-of-a-kind sort of machine. Like every machine that was made in the day used the same sort of parts, but the shell itself is completely unique. It is very possible that I could be wrong on that, but I am 90% sure that the exact shell of what this machine looks like is one of a kind, completely unique, which is also really cool. Originally, my grandpa was gonna sell the machine just to get a couple extra dollars, but then he decided, you know, I've had this machine for so long, it's been in the family for generations because my great-grandfather is the one who purchased the machine way back in the day. He owned a pub and grill in Pacific, Missouri, and this was up on the bar counter, so if people, hey. But anyway, he had this machine up on the bar counter, so if people had some extra change after spending money at the bar, then they were able to go over and play this machine. Which, I mean, nowadays, 25 cents doesn't really sound like a crazy amount. You can't really do much of anything with 25 cents. But back in the 1930s, every single one of these quarters was approximately worth like $5 if you were to convert to today's value. It's kind of crazy how much these were worth. And another crazy thing about the coins is up until 1965, they were entirely silver. Well, I guess I shouldn't say entirely silver. They were 90% silver. So if you have extra change, you have a bunch of quarters somewhere, you should check those because there might be something that's 1964 or older, and that could be silver. The story continues that my great-grandpa had this machine, and then this is whenever gambling was super like in the gray area, brand new thing, brand new concept. No one has ever really thought about it, or they didn't know what to do with it. It's kind of like the AI thing nowadays. So they decided to put a big restriction on it. And so what my grandpa did, my great-grandpa, is he decided to put it in the back room so the people that knew, they knew, but then for the people that didn't know, then they wouldn't have any idea that it was a thing. And it's kind of funny because the sheriff of Pacific in the 1930s was actually knowing about the machine's placement, and he would actually go in by himself and play the machine because he thought it was a lot of fun. But then there was one day that someone else came in, saw the machine, and told everyone, hey, you should probably get rid of this. Excuse me, I'm trying to make a video. There was a guy that came in and told everyone, hey, you should probably move this machine before it gets destroyed or revoked, I guess is the right word for it. And so that's exactly what my great-grandpa did. He put it inside a barn of our old house that we had in Pacific, and it sat there for years and years and years. And this wasn't the only machine that he had. There were actually 3 different machines. It was a 25-cent machine, a 10-cent machine, and a 5-cent machine. So a dime, a nickel, and a quarter machine. 2 more quarters. And so what happened with the other machines is the quarter machine my grandpa got, the 5-cent machine I guess my great uncle got. It's my grandpa's brother. I think that's how family trees work. I don't know how they work. And then the 10-cent machine, the dime machine, that got a sledgehammer to the face because apparently it didn't really work a whole lot to begin with, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they decided just to smash it, which really sucks now that you think about it, but it is what it is. But my grandpa got this one. My great uncle has the 5-cent one, which I got to see for the first time ever, it's so cool. It's in so much better condition than this one, but it does exist, and that's cool to think about to me. So anyway, this machine has been in the family for generations, and now I've got this thing, and now I'm making videos about it for other people, and it seems like a lot of people really enjoy it. So I'm just gonna keep making videos with it until people get sick of it, or I have another machine where I can then do battles, which I would love to do. That's an idea that I have. I want to get a second antique slot machine, have it right here, and we have like spin-offs between the 2 different machines, being like who can win the most coins in this video, or who can hit the jackpot first, or something like that. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Hey, another 2-quarter win. Okay, I've got 13 more quarters here. The rest of these 13 quarters are going to be entirely just ASMR based. For these last 5 quarters, I'm gonna move the front plate off so it's even louder and see everything that goes on in the bottom. After those 50 spins, shockingly, we did not go that far in the negatives. We have 40 quarters here after spending 50 of them. That does not happen, like, ever. This does not happen. I guess I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm gonna spin these next 40. And then after I'm done with this, I hope that we can get at least 10 more quarters. And if we get 10 more quarters, then we hit the goal of trying to spin the machine 100 times off of 50 quarters, which is kind of cool to think about. You kind of, in a way, doubled how much you could have played with how much you brought in. Like, if that makes any sense, I don't even know. Oh, that'd be a fun idea. I'm gonna do a quick like hypercut jump of all the different spins I do, starting with this one. Okay, so out of all of those quarters, there were 40 quarters here. After the 40 quarters, we're left with like 16 or something like that. That's it. Well, we're going into spin 91, which is crazy to think about. And what's also crazy to think about is that if we didn't get that 3 orange win at the very beginning, I don't think we would have gotten 10 quarters. So the fact that we got 40 quarters out of 50 spins is unheard of. That just doesn't happen. I'm really glad I got it on video too. Okay. 2 more quarters. It took, what was that? That's 2 or 3 spins to get 2 quarters. So we are slowly draining the quarters away. I should have counted how many quarters I had before I started. But I've got 12 quarters left. This is quarter number 12. Now I have 11 left. And then including the 2, that would mean I have 13 left. But we are very quickly starting to drain down our quarters. This is all we got left. Very small amount. I'm sorry, I lied. We got 4 more quarters. We're just gonna keep going until this pile is no more. Or if we get the jackpot somehow, then I think that would be a great way to end the video off. A 50,000 subscriber special with a jackpot at the very end of the video. Will that happen? Probably not. In all honesty, probably not. But we will find out. We've been very close. I had a diagonal jackpot at one point with one of the spins, but other than that, nothing really too crazy. We had 3 orange wins in a row. That is crazy. And we just had a 2 bantam, kind of like this. We've had that a few times. But nothing on this left side. All these are 20 quarter wins, 16 quarter wins, and 12 quarter wins. I don't know how that's happened. This will be, I'll have some sort of spin counter at the bottom or at the top or somewhere over here that's keeping track of how many spins we've done and how many quarters we've lost and won. And I feel like we're starting to get really screwed here. Just not a lot of anything. We started the video off really strong, but at this point, there's not much left here. We are down to 8. We are down to 8 quarters. That is it. Oh my gosh. There goes all of my quarters. Literally all of my quarters. I don't have, oh, never mind. Oh, hey. That was the silver quarter. Oh my God, wait, we just got the silver quarter back. We just got the 1947 quarter back. I thought that this quarter came back out already. I'm glad I got to show that because this is I'm sure you probably heard the metallic-y sound. Goodness, dude. Never mind. Well, I guess we get 8 more. Oh, well, we got 2 of them. We also got the dateless standing Liberty quarter that I have back. No way. I had no idea these were still in there. Well, I'm not going to be spinning those. So, I guess subtract 2 quarters from the total coins that we could spin. But everything else I'm going to spin. How many spins have we done? I don't even know at this point. And I guess I'm just going to wrap up the rest of the video with just some ASMR satisfaction. I'll try to hold the camera as steady as possible. Just let you enjoy the clicks and clanks of an antique slot machine. No way. We got it again? How many times have we gotten that? That's what, 5 times? I haven't gotten this win in probably 2 weeks of making videos. How does that happen so many times now that I'm making one long crazy video? Okay. Oh my God, we did it. We actually got a win on the left side. That is the biggest win that we're probably gonna get this entire video. Look at that. How many spins did that take? I'm gonna probably guess it took like 128 spins or something like that. Wow. That was kind of unexpected. I'm not gonna lie. I was starting to lose hope that we weren't gonna get anything on this left side. We are down to the last 10 quarters. Will we be able to get anything else from the slot machine, or will this be it? Will this be the last 10 spins of the video? I guess it would be 12 more, but again, I've got these 2 silver quarters on the side and I don't necessarily want to spin those. At least not this video. I'll save those for another video that I might end up doing. But in the sense of seeing what these last 10 quarters can do, we're going into spin number 3 of 10, and we got nothing. We got a whole lot of nothing. And here's something to think about. Whenever you have a lemon in the first slot, that means you've instantly lost, because there is not a single win at all that has anything to do with lemons in the first slot. And actually, there's no lemon in this second slot, and there's no cherry in this third slot. I kind of forgot that was a thing. But it is physically impossible to get a 3 cherry win or a 3 lemon win, because there's, again, no lemon in the second slot and no cherry in this third slot, which I've always kind of thought was interesting. I don't know why they designed it like that. Maybe they were limited to how many potential different win combinations you could get, and they had to choose between this or that. I don't know. I wish we could know, but anyone that was alive back when this was invented and created is unfortunately no longer with us. So I guess any secrets or things that we could potentially learn about and know about these machines is probably forgotten. And anyone that might have known someone that did know anything about these machines is probably getting closer to the old side. And that also means that we're slowly, probably every day, losing more and more information, which is, I guess, kind of sad and dark to think about. But in a way, that's just how the world works. That's how things just progress through time. Things are lost through time unless they're written somewhere, and I have no idea if there's something written down about these machines, but that would be super interesting to look into. Also, this is the last quarter. Will we get one more win? We will. We will get one more win to continue just 2 more times. That's all we've got left. We got this quarter. Can we pull out a crazy win? Can we pull out the jackpot? No, but we can get the exact same win 2 times in a row. Okay, we're now up to 3 quarters. I guess the machine's like, no. Don't stop spinning me yet. I've got one more cool thing to show you. I like the third time getting the same win. What in the world? Okay. I don't know how to react to that. Okay, it's not the same thing. Again, wait, these 2 were the same. That one was not the same. I don't think I can say I've ever, out of the thousands and thousands of times I spun the slot machine, gotten the same win, not twice, but 3 times in a row. That's very interesting. I want to know why that happened. I wish I could figure out why. I don't know enough about mechanics to truly understand or really truly appreciate how crazy this machine is, other than the fact that we've got a chance slot machine. Like, everything's based purely on chance. There's no gizmos to screw up an algorithm or something. It is entirely just mechanics. And also, that is it. Those are all my quarters. Other than these 2 silver quarters I have none left. I am officially broke.